Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be unboxing and doing a quick overview of the PowerShot G5X by Canon, and this is kind of the big brother or the upgraded version of the G7X that pretty much every YouTuber has been using for the past year and a half, maybe even longer. So whenever that camera came out, pretty much everyone switched to that camera, and now this one came out a few months ago, so it's still fairly new and not too many people are using it yet, but I'm excited to try it out. I'm also filming here. As you can see here in this frame, this is the G7X, and that's what I've been using for pretty much all of my vlogs. There's a lot of similarities between this one and the G7X. It has the same sensor, same lens, and same image processor, so there's not a huge difference overall as far as like autofocus and a few other things that I think could make a huge difference in some of our vlogs. Enough yapping. Let's open it. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole camera will be sitting here. Started from the bottom of the box, now the whole camera is sitting right here. All right, let's take a little peek inside this little bag. We've got the new G5X. The first thing that I'm noticing as I'm holding it here in my two hands, it is slightly heavier than the G7X. Not a huge difference, but it does have a little bit bulkier of a feel. You'll notice right off the G5X has a hot shoe. It also has a digital viewfinder, so when you look inside of here, you'll actually be able to see what your camera is seeing. Which for a lot of us, that's really not necessary because most of the time you'll be using the flip out screen. Speaking of flip out screens, this G7X has a flip up screen. The G5X has a flip out screen like most of the DSLRs that you guys are pretty familiar with. It also does flip to the front, so you'll be able to do your wonderful front-facing vlogs. But remember, when you're vlogging, please do not look off to the side and look at yourself in that camera because you guys, it's so obvious and it's one of my biggest pet peeves of watching people when they're creating their videos. So right now, I'm looking at the lens. Right now, I'm looking off to the side at myself. Do not do that. So I read somewhere online that you are able to plug in an external mic, but I'm not sure if I believe them or not because I don't see any options of where you can do that. Here you have your micro USB and your mini HDMI. What I love about a lot of these cameras is you're able to connect them to Wi-Fi. It is super simple. All you have to do is hit this little tiny button right here. This will allow you to set it up so any of the photos or videos that you take on your camera, you can connect it to your phone and you'll be able to instantly get them onto your phone. So a lot of the photos that I post on Instagram, I actually take them with this little guy. That's why they look so good. Yes, I know, it's cheating. I feel like there's more stuff in the box and I just set it aside. Whoa. G5X has a neck strap. I'm not sure if that's something I'm into, but it could be. Could I be into this? I'm not sure. Yes, it's the same battery as the G7X, which is such a huge savior because I've bought extra battery chargers and I have extra batteries, so I'll be able to swap between those. And of course, when I'm traveling, a lot of YouTubers end up forgetting batteries or forgetting chargers, so we're able to always share with each other. Yes, this is great news. Okay, let's put you in here. I need an SD card. Okay, let's put this in. It's only an 8 gig card, so I'm probably not going to be able to do anything. On the G7X, this is the flash, so they moved this little settings wheel over to the left where that was because now this has a pop-up flash here on the hot shoe. Also looks like all of these buttons are still very similar. They moved the record button up here slightly, but the menu, the review, and all of these are all still pretty identical. Let's turn it on. Oh, set date and time. Oh, geez, hold on. We've got all of the same settings here pretty much. The real test for me is how is the video and the audio gonna be. I'm sure the photos are absolutely amazing, just like they usually are with every other Canon camera. So that's not something that I'm concerned about. Flipping it around. Hey guys, how are you? This is a little test from the G5X. You look good. What's this do? What's that doing? Is that doing something? I need to flip this around. Whoa, hello. Okay, it's not doing anything. In the G7X, there was this little click wheel. Now, when you would turn this, you can use that to adjust aperture or ISO or pretty much whatever you want to set it to. It's really loud on this one. This one, the G5X, very quiet. As far as the interface goes, it looks pretty much exactly identical to the G7X. One of the things that a lot of vloggers have been doing with their G7X is shooting in 60 frames a second, so this also has that option as well. And as I'm looking at it here, you probably obviously can't tell because I'm looking at it and you can't see it. It is pretty smooth. The image stabilization is pretty incredible because I'm shaking this a lot and it's still stabilizing it pretty well. Some of you guys probably don't even know why the videos look very smooth. So a lot of those videos are shot in 60 frames a second. So it's shot at a higher frame rate, so everything looks very smooth and kind of put together. A lot of you think that it's a little bit too fast, so you prefer to have the slower frame rate vlogs. So I'm curious to see what you guys think, because there's always a big dilemma in the videos. Some people are like, wow, this looks so real and crisp. And the other ones are like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so nauseous, I can't even watch this. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And let me know what you guys think of this camera. I know this isn't a completely crazy in-depth tutorial or review of it. So again, this is the G7X, which I use for most of my vlogs, and this is the new G5X, which recently came out, and I'll be testing this out and using it in some of my vlogs here in the next week. If you guys want more information to check out this camera, or if you actually want to get it for yourself, I'll put a link in the description. The only downside to this is it is a little bit more expensive than most of the consumer PowerShot cameras, but judging by the amount that I have used this camera, which was also a little bit more expensive, for me it was well worth the price. And I think that for you guys, if you're planning to take your vlogs or your video creation to the next level, this is definitely something that you would want to consider. But also at that price, you could get a full DSLR that you can use interchangeable lenses. So really the option is, do you want something small and portable that you can take on the go, or do you want something that you can have more customizations, have audio input, and things of that nature. Also, don't forget to let me know what you guys think of the 60 frames versus the slower frame rate vlogs. I'm done. Peace. You're gonna have to hold him because we got the chairs now.
Oh yeah. Stop. Do I have to entertain? Yeah. I'm ordering groceries from the phone. This is wild.